So what's up, YouTubers? It's Tommy here. It's Christmas Eve, and I have some time to make a video. I've had some pretty interesting things happen to me over the couple of days, and so I'm just gonna chime in on it. Oh, all right. First off, funny story, which will lead me into this whole transitioning stuff. But woman walks into my store the other day, loud, gregarious woman, and she is about 5'2", maybe 5'3", and I even forgot what the hell she brought, and we got into the conversation, and she's like, oh, because I need to come back here because I gotta buy some products to help me lose weight. I need to lose weight. I just broke up with my boyfriend. So she just starts having like this verbal diarrhea of the mouth. And I'm a really good listener, or I think that I'm a pretty good listener. So, of course, she's talking and I'm paying attention. And then she goes, because I gotta lose weight before I go back into dating. And I'm like, uh-oh. Because I could already sense the next question is coming up. And I'm like, well, yeah, if that's what you want to do, you can do that. I'd be more than happy to help you. Just come back to the store and we'll talk about, what can help you. And then she's like, well, because men don't really like fat women. Myth, by the way. And I'm like, oh my god, here we go. I'm starting to freak out. And she's like, well, and then below and behold the question, do you think I'm fat? Wow. If you want to see any man, I don't think I'm the only man who goes through this, but you want to see any man squirm, ask him that question. So I'm thinking of some really PC way of answering it, I'm like, man. I was like, well, she's like, no, I could take it, you could tell me. So, I just said it. I was like, well, if you wanted to, you could lose 20 to 30 pounds. But that's irrelevant. The men don't always see that. Actually, a lot of dudes, see, I've learned this in just being human and working in the gym and being observant. But men and women do this. And I'm not sure where trans people do this, but whatever. I think we're a little different. When a man, any man, wants a woman to take home for the night, he's going to look for the most beautiful beautiful woman he could find. When a woman wants to take home a man for the night, which is very rare, but they do it, she's looking for that buff, alpha male, god-looking thing. Once again, I said thing, I meant man. But for the most part, when they want real relationships and they want something more, they usually don't look for that, and it's actually a proven fact. It's they look for someone who's attractive, but they're not. That's not their main focus. There's other focuses, and so that's my story. And for that, don't ever ask a man if we think you're fat, because the honest truth is that if you think you're fat, then you're fat. And at least the way that I see it, the way that I play it, is that I will be more than happy to help you lose the weight if you want to. But if you're feeling fabulous just the way you are, I'm going to love you just like that. At least for me, and that's what's been my, my experience. I've had a range of girlfriends. Some of them are as skinny as a size 2, when some of them have been pretty on the larger scale of things, and it doesn't really matter to me. I think what matters most is that she's really feminine. At least for me, I really like femininity, but I like a hint of masculinity. She's gotta have a strong personality, because you gotta have a strong personality to handle me anyway. And because I'm gonna say some stupid shit sometime. Very strong personality. I like driven women. I love driven women to a really crazy extent. You know, yeah. There's a couple other things that I ask other guys what you should never ask a guy. Oh, or what not to say to a guy. Um, but there were cis for cis men, but still like there are certain things like you don't say to dudes. Like you don't ever ask us if we've like gotten smaller. We don't like the word small, and in any sentence that pertains to us. um, how much money do you make? And how many girls have you slept with? Those are like questions that like at least the other guys in my gym when we were talking about it were like, yeah, those are things you don't ask. So that my next segue is I'm having this like thing or this itch to come out because I'm kind of getting tired of stealth, and stealth is very time consuming. It's all consuming, especially when my papers are taking forever to like to come. I gotta get my citizenship here, and then change my name once on my citizenship, and then change it on my passport, and then go to the driver's and my license, and then it's just a lot of work, and I feel that sometimes the reason why I'm stealth because there's a sense of shame to my transness, and I don't want to feel ashamed for being trans. I wasn't ashamed when I was living my life as gay, and I don't want to be ashamed for being trans. In fact, I think that I should say something because there's too many of us hiding right now. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And I'm going to stop talking because I can go off on a tangent with this. But that was my funny story for the day. And where I'm at right now, I am considering not being stealth.